I got a message today, obviously. If you guys can share this, that'd be incredible. If it's on your heart too. Before we get started, I just want to tell you, man, when's the last time I asked you this question, actually? When's the last time you spent time in nature? And this is not what the message is about, but as I'm out here, I'm just thinking about this. And people always ask me, what's my routines and how do I protect my mental health and protect my peace? Well, it's out here. I believe this is God's natural sanctuary for our souls. And it's a place where you can reflect, a place where you can disconnect, a place where you can release, a place where you can appreciate. And those are the cures for your mental health. Those are the cures for depression, anxiety, all these things, the natural cures, should I say. So spend some time out in nature. But if you can, please share this message, because this is very important, guys. And I'm not going to try to get so passionate that I'm yelling, but I'm just really sick and tired and being sick and tired of this. Really am. And I have so many people that contact me about this, and so many people are driving themselves in depression and driving themselves in pain and hurt and all of these things. We are too good at protecting other people's feelings that could care less about ours. And I want to be clear. I'm not telling you to disrespect them like they disrespected you. I'm not telling you an eye for an eye. I'm not telling you to hurt them like they hurt you. But there comes a point when you have to be real with somebody. There comes a point when you got to speak the truth to somebody, the truth they need to hear. And protecting someone else's feelings should never come at the cost of us ignoring our own. We shouldn't have to suffer inside because we're afraid to tell somebody the truth, because we're afraid to have a conversation with somebody, because we're afraid to tell somebody what it really is. We're afraid to tell somebody what we're not going to accept, what we're not going to stand for anymore, what we're not going to allow. And too many times we're too good at protecting their feelings. For what? They didn't care about hurting you. They didn't care about disrespecting you. And I'll tell you right now, the only people that will get upset at you for telling the truth that they know they need to hear is people that you don't need in your life. So I know sometimes it's kind of afraid that you're afraid of the reaction. You're afraid they might leave your life. You're afraid they might talk about you. You're afraid they might spread rumors. Who cares? Stop suffering because you're afraid to have these hard conversations. Because I'll tell you right now, if you don't tell somebody the truth, if you don't tell somebody what you're not going to allow, if you tell somebody what you're not going to stand for anymore, they're going to keep giving you the same behavior. They're going to keep disrespecting you. They're going to keep taking advantage of you. So I need you to give a reality check to people. Call people out on their BS. Because if you truly care about somebody, you would do that anyway. And I understand I'm not a confrontational person. So in my life, there's times where I let things slide. There's times where I wouldn't address certain things because I didn't want any confrontation. But I made up my mind this year that I'm not going to live my life like that no more. I'm not going to sit here and be quiet on a situation when somebody put themselves in that situation. Right? When somebody else's situation now affects my situation, I'm not going to stay silent about that. And people can blame you all that they want, but they put you in that position to be able to call them out. That's the reality. They put you in that position to be able to not worry about protecting their feelings. Because some people have lived their whole life with their feelings protected. Nobody's ever called them out. Nobody's ever told them what it really is. And they continue to live their life doing the same old mess, doing the same old things to people without being held accountable. You got to hold people accountable for how they treat you. You got to hold people accountable by what they do to you. You got to hold people accountable for what they say to you. You got to stop letting things slide. And again, I'm not telling you to be angry. I'm not telling you to stoop down to their level. I'm not telling you to be disrespectful, but you can't be afraid to hurt people's feelings that didn't care about hurting you. Some of us care way too much about people who clearly didn't care about us. Okay, so don't take it as if I'm telling you to be aggressive to people. I'm not, but I'm telling you to speak your truth. I'm telling you to say, you know what, set your boundaries, say, you know what, this is not going to happen no more. You ain't going to do this no more. Because some people need a reality check. And you're the person that needs to sign that check to them. Some people need a reality check, and some people need to know what they're not going to be able to do anymore. But if you just let people keep sliding with things, keep getting by with things, keep disrespecting you because you're afraid to hurt their feelings, because you want to protect their feelings, because you don't want no confrontation, then people are going to keep giving you the same thing, keep doing the same thing. But I promise you, if you let them know what it is, you let them know what you're not going to tolerate no more, they have a choice. Either they change or they move on. It's that simple. But don't be afraid to speak your truth. Protecting someone's feelings should never come at the cost of losing your sanity. Protecting someone's feelings should never come at the cost of you losing your peace. Protecting someone else's feelings should never come at the cost of you ignoring your own. Because these are the same people that didn't care about you. And you just gonna let them keep doing things over and over. Forget that, man. This is your life. You only get one of these. And I refuse to live my life. I refuse to live my life not calling people out on what it really is, not letting people know, hey, this is not gonna fly no more. This is a no-fly zone. Some of y'all, some of y'all got letting people just fly all over your life, do whatever they want to you. You need to set up a no-fly zone. This ain't gonna fly. This ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna fly. Or else you're gonna have to find somewhere else. And I know that might seem rude. And that's what people try to say. It's so funny when people try to, like, when you really set some standards for yourself and you really respect yourself and know your worth. There's so many times people are going to say, oh, you're rude, or you're angry, or you're aggressive, or that's not right, or you hurt my feelings. The same people that do you wrong will be the same people that try to flip the script and turn it on you. That's how it works. And if you're around a person that does that, a person that doesn't take responsibility for their actions, a person that doesn't take responsibility for the things that they've done, that is a person that you don't need in your life. Facts. So if somebody walks out of your life for you telling them the truth and calling out on some stuff that they know is real, that they know is truthful, and they decide to walk out of your life, then let them walk. Hold the door open for them. Because you don't need people like that in your life. You don't need people that won't own up to their mistakes. You don't need people that will keep doing the same things that hurt people and act like people hurt them. You don't want people to do the things to other people and then they act like the victim. Speak your truth. Stop worrying about protecting people's feelings, man, and protect your life. Like I said in every single video, it all starts with you. It's your life. Listen to me or not, I'm just giving information. It might apply to you, it might not. But at the same thing right now, man, like I'm to a point in my life, I don't care who you are. Family, friends, dears, I don't care who you are. I don't care. Because I know my heart. I know I don't give people disrespect. I know I don't hurt people. And so if you're in my life and you continue to do that, you take advantage of the opportunities I give you, you take advantage of certain things, or you say certain things that I would never say about you, all these things, I'm not going to accept it. And I'm going to call you out on it, whether you like it or not. And I'm willing to accept whatever comes with it, because there's one thing that I will not accept in my life is disrespect. It's one thing that I will not tolerate at all, because if you give somebody an inch, they'll take a foot. If you open the door to disrespect, they'll keep disrespecting you. And they will never respect you if you don't respect yourself. And a part of respecting yourself is letting people know what you're not going to accept, whether they like it or not. And if they want to play the victim role, when they put themselves in that position, when they put you in the position to call them out, and this is the thing about it, man. Like, people who really care about you, and everybody makes mistakes, so I'm not saying people are perfect, but people who really care about you, they are really remorseful when they have to put you in a situation that you shouldn't have to be in. Like, I can respect that. When somebody says, man, my bad, like, you shouldn't even have to be in this situation, it's my fault. I can respect somebody who owns up to their stuff. But too many times, man, we let people just like put us in situations that we had nothing to do with. We let them put us in a state of hurt and pain. And when we call them out on it, they feel like they the victim. Those are people that you don't want in your life, man. But I know you can't fully experience life. You can't fully live the life that was meant for you if you have all these things in your life that keep you from doing that. It's just facts. You got to cut the dead weight out your life. So again, as I leave here, stop protecting people's feelings that need to hear the truth. All right, let's get it straight up. Text me, man. Let me know if this spoke to your heart. Send me a text and let me know, man. Go out and protect your peace and go out and stand up for yourself, man. Ain't nothing wrong with standing up for yourself, because ain't nobody else going to do it for you. You got to let people know what you ain't going to accept, what you're not going to tolerate anymore. Like, starting today, like 2020 is about that. I am 35 years old and I'm not living my life worrying about what people think, worried about what people say, when I know who I am and I know my heart and I know what I give to people. I know what I do for people. So anything people could say, they're like, oh, Trent's a bad person because he did this, he said this, he didn't allow this anymore. I know that's not true. And I want to tell you that people will try to make you feel like a bad person because you call them out on things that weren't good, weren't right. Don't let people flip the script on you, man. Don't let people gaslight you. Don't let people do that. Right? People who can't take responsibility over their own life will always try to make you feel like you're the reason why they are like they are. Right? And that is a weak person. That is a weak mindset. And don't let people make you feel weak because of that. All right? Protect your life. Let's get it. Exactly. Somebody said, I try not to hurt someone and end up hurting myself. Exactly. And it's not hurt by calling. Listen, the truth hurts. It took people telling me the truth in my life for me to wake up. The truth hurts, it does. But people need to hear the truth. And like the young lady said, I am not gonna sit here and not tell somebody the truth. Look at that deer. The deer listen to my message right now. The deer like, man, I need that. I'm about to tell these other deer what it is. Man, I was disrespected today. I was trying to get my meal and a deer came up. But seriously though, I'm not gonna sit here and not hurt someone's feelings and hurt myself, especially when it's the right thing to say and the right thing to address. It's not like you're hurting somebody on purpose. And usually those are the same people that didn't care about hurting you. All right. Some people need to hear the truth that they made you tell them.